our last video, we discussed the scorecard and the elements of scorecard. What activities are in there? What are the basic activities? What are we tracking and so forth? And now let's talk about setting goals for those activities. And they're going to be different. And you got a more senior rep that has a lot of clients that developed over the years for you. They're going to have more client visits. They're going to have more client visits than new appointments. But what's going to happen, and you have to pay close attention, is you have to make sure they're still going after new clients. Because what happens is, my example is you take the lion off the Serengeti, all right, you put them in the zoo, they're not going to go back out and chase it, hunt it, and kill it. Because that skill will be lost. And that's your fault. That's management's fault. You have to keep them going out there chasing new business. It might only be, instead of 8 new appointments a week with new prospects, it's 3. But it is a number that you're tracking, and do not take them off the Serengeti. Keep that skill. So when you look at these things, you get a new sales rep, right? They're going to have more new prospect calls. And you might give them a few clients, so they have a few clients to go out and maintain and so forth. Amen. But you want to make sure that they're out there and you're tracking it. So when you're looking at this, if you look at the column, it says January 7th. And if you look on it, the way we do it is, if you miss your goal, it's red. If you hit your goal, it's white. Hey, that's your job. That's what you want to do. That's what you need to do to make your money. If you exceed your goal, it's green. And the beauty of that is, if you notice the top, it's all the activities, because sales are a byproduct of good activities. It's all the activities that you need to do to make your sales. Get your quotes, make your sales. So if I'm standing across the room and I'm looking at this scorecard and I see the activities are white, green, and they're hitting their activities consistently, okay? And the bottom is kind of white and red, or red, okay, because it's a new person. Okay, I'm going to be a little bit more patient because they're hitting the right activities, and that's going to turn into cash. What will worry you is if the top's red and the bottom's red, right? But you'll slowly see, with like a new salesperson, you'll slowly see those activities start turning white. And you'll get white and red. Then it goes white and little red, green, green and white. Then they just start flowing and it keeps going. But you have to keep track of the activities. Because what will end up happening is, if you look at the bottom, sales dollars, bottom line, right? They hit their number that month, man, they killed it. Now I'm going to say you had a phenomenal month. Amen, brother. Keep it up, right? But if it's red on top and they're not hitting the right activities because they took too much of their time out, they were trying to help close deals, they were getting into the operations piece, and they weren't farming, right? That's going to come back to bite them. And what we want to be able to do is, hey, you had a great month. It's not going to be a Merry Christmas, because in 3 months from now, depending on what your sales cycle is, it's going to come back and bite you. And sure enough, when you look at 3 months out, I said, man, I'm having a bad month, Bill. I don't know what I'm doing. I said, remember we talked about it? When you slow down your prospecting, that's what happens. I said, that's why you have to keep it up. So next time you say something, they're going to listen to you a little bit harder. So again, salesperson, typically like this, right? Hopefully going up. But sales management's job, by monitoring the activities, looking at the quotes and so forth, is to make that trough smaller. Okay, so it's not quite as deep. Okay, you're managing them along, because every salesperson is going to go up and down, but you want them to go like this. And the way you're going to get them that way is by managing the activities. Know what produces what. Good activities produce sales. So going into that, scorecard's pretty simple, but you have to watch them. You have to maintain them. It's got to be a weekly watch. When you're looking at here, I believe I kind of mentioned on the last video, the number one sales management KPI is that future appointment. You have to watch it. You have to watch it hard, because what you want when you see that, so it's 5 o'clock on Friday, Okay, they're counting all their appointments they have into the future, and they're putting that number down. When they walk in on Monday, if they have, like I said, 10 appointments, and they only need 12, okay, they're only going to do a couple appointments. So those better be dang good appointments because it's taking away their time, right? And then because their week's full, they're pushing appointments to the following week, right? So what you want to be able to do is make sure that they are proactive and not reactive. So they walk in, they've got 10 appointments set. They'll set a couple of appointments as they go. But if they walk in, they've only got 2 appointments set, they're going to take any appointment they can get. So beware of that and watch it. That's on this piece, pretty simple, but you just have to watch it. The whole piece of the scorecard is they're disciplined to put the numbers in, and you're disciplined to manage to it. I hope I was able to add some value. Do me a favor, like, subscribe, and ring that bell if you enjoyed it. And I look forward to our next video. Thank you.